greetings, dear to all distinguished speaker, youth leader, and participants. My name is Nguyen, Secretary General to the IEYSP Myanmar. It's my honor to be monitor for today's webinar organized by the IEYSP Southeast Asia. The theme of today's webinar is Southeast Asia Youth Webinar Support, which seem to highlight the way of engagement with youth people at the local, national, and regional level, and enrich national and materials, institutions, and process, as well as drawing lessons on how their representations and engagements would bring about the peaceful unified world. As we know, the youth play a very important role in leading at the making amazing difference in the world each day. This conference is inspire and give new representative to the youth in this hard time of COVID-19. Regardless of the situations, youth must stand strong and advance. As everyone knows, COVID-19 pandemic has killed more than 2.3 million people throughout the world, has been causing desperations and other emotion sickness to the majorities of people, including our youth. To help to deal with this issue, IEYSP Southeast Asia came up with this conference. So I would like to extend a very warmly welcome to all of you. We do appreciate all great speaker and participant taking to spend your busy schedule to join us today. Before that, to start this webinar, let's watch the performance. Please enjoy.
대로 달라고 그 현명하게 사는 거라고 춤추는 듯이 살라는 말 감사는 말 누구 위한 삶이다 뜨겁게 지켜봐 절대 공짜지 않고만 버텨낼 테니까 거세게 때려봐 이 손만 놔줄 테니까
Wow, thank you very much. So, in the early stage, may I introduce about the backgrounds of IEYSP, the National Associations of Youth and Students for Peace. IEYSP is an organization established in 2017 by Dr. Haja Henmon. IEYSP aim of advance world peace by empowering youth and students to become global citizens through character education and peace project supporting the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Our vision is a global families of youth people building a world peace with true love. So let us watch our IEYSP introduction video. Let's please enjoy.
Youth, an adventure full of hope and passion. Endless possibilities to achieve our dreams. Where your dreams begin, youth and students for peace. Join us on this adventure. In the 20th century, the age of material civilization, science and technology's swift advancement allowed extreme individualism to run rampant. Pornography, violence, free sex, and drugs dismantled the family. Youth were thrust into a cold and dark world. In the 21st century, we need a balanced approach. More public-mindedness, less destruction and division. In 2015, the UN set 17 Sustainable Development Goals and is calling for global participation. What then is the key to harmonious and sustainable development? In 1976, Muhammad Yunus, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate from Bangladesh, developed the concept of microfinance. Microfinance has produced sustainable results. The concept has spread to 140 nations globally to alleviate poverty by providing loans to small social units and teaching collective responsibility. Well before this, Dr. Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja Han Moon applied this concept in their quest for world peace. They advocated the smallest unit, the family, is where world peace and happiness begins. The family is where we first learn to live for the sake of others. We are calling this concept micro-peace.
Peace begins in the family, specifically in the relationship of parents loving their children unconditionally and children developing the heart of filial love toward their parents. Brought into society, this principle of living for others creates good character in citizens, patriots in nations, and saints in the world. But it all begins in the family.
The greatest peace sprouting from the smallest unit, one human family under God. In 2005, Father and Mother Moon launched UPF with a world tour emphasizing a new vision of peace. Night after night, city after city, visiting one nation per day, they taught that the family is not only the school of love, it is also the cornerstone of world peace. Beginning with the establishment of the Collegiate Association for the Research of the Principle in 1966. The many institutions they have founded convey a vision of peace and teach universal principles that strengthen marriage and the family.
When I was young, I took the Pure Love Pledge and it changed my life. From that day onwards, I was able to build my character and moral values. For the happiness and future of my students, I am continuing teaching Pure Love education at my school.
Father and Mother Moon have established more than 50 educational institutions around the world. MOUs have been signed and character education is being taught in thousands of schools on all continents and in all cultural spheres, East and West. After Father Moon passed away, Mother Moon carried out his intentions and established the Wonno Pyongne Scholarship Foundation, which supports the education of youth and students globally. The Sanok Peace Prize honors and supports heroes who are creating a culture of sustainable peace and are role models for future generations to look back on. On February 23, 2017, Mother Moon, the first international chairwoman of the Women's Federation of World Peace, launched Youth and Students for Peace.
위하여 사는 참 사랑을 실천하는 나눠줘도 더 부족함을 느끼고 더 나눠주고 싶고 이런 마음 자세 이런 환경을 만들어 가야 하는 너희들 앞에 책임이 있다.
With the support of Women's Federation for World Peace and the Universal Peace Federation, YSP is a rapidly growing global network of game changers.
เยาวชนและนักเรียนแห่งสันติภาพคือความหวังและอนาคตของโลก โดยผ่านความรักที่บริสุทธิ์และความกตัญญูจะเป็นจุดเริ่มต้นแห่งความสุขและสันติภาพโลก
एउटा असल परिवार समाज समृद्ध राष्ट्र निर्माणको लागि युवा विद्यार्थी अवस्थाबाट नै सकारात्मक विचार उच्च भलाइ साँचो प्रेमको अभ्यास गर्न आवश्यक छ
À travers la Fédération des jeunes et des étudiants pour la paix, je travaillerai afin d'accomplir de grands rêves.
Youth and Students for Peace, YSP, builds on the past and opens doors of hope for the young generation through academics, service, sports, international exchanges, universal character education, environmental responsibility, among other things. In Asia, Africa, Korea, Japan, the US, Central and South America, Europe and Oceania, YSP is becoming a wave of goodness sweeping the world today. The idea of one family under God is taking root and growing in the hearts of people, young and old alike. Be a part of this global awakening. Let's create a new future working together. We can do it.
Wow. So, thank you very much, everyone. So, before starting the programs, let me introduce our speaker. So, firstly, Dr. Kim Duncan-Sloy. Yeah, next, Mr. Sutin Sibuplan.
Good morning, สวัสดีครับ everyone.
Yeah, so next, Miss Punacha Saxing from Thailand. Okay, next, Mr. No Naban from Cambodia.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah. So next is Miss Swisatil from Myanmar. Okay. Next is Mrs. Maliwan Valadek from Laos.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Yes. So next, the last, Mr. Nguyen Limpon from Vietnam.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to meet you, everyone here.
Nice to meet you too. So, thank you very much for everyone. So now, to begin our webinar, we pleased to have Mr. Sutin Sibuplan, the President of the International Associations of Youth and Students for Peace of Southeast Asia. He also serves as the Vice President of FFWPU Thailand. So we are Pleased to welcome him to deliver the welcoming greeting. So let us welcome.
Dr. Kim Sui, President of International Association of Youth and Children for Peace Asia Pacific 1, distinguished speakers, my dear young leaders and students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. สวัสดีครับ สวัสดี มิงกาลาบา ชินเจ้า สบายดี I am very excited to see all of you in Southeast Asia Youth Webinar of Hope today. First of all, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to all speakers to joining our event and share your idea, your vision to our young people today. As you know, this time, our world facing a lot of challenges. Many people are suffering because poverty and corruption, especially now. We are facing this global pandemic caused by COVID-19. This pandemic has caused a lot of problems in many nations, even until now. Still, many nations are battling this disease and preventing the further spread of this virus. I would say that the youth of today are so much affected by all these challenges that the world is facing now. Aside from this, there is a hard problem that the young people are facing right now. That is degradation of moral values. As you all know, today youth are living an age of great development in science and technology. Because of this, we are neglecting many of our cultural tradition and values. All these advancements, although have made life more convenient, but at the same time, this led to the degradation of moral values among the youth, resulting in increasing level of crime and violence, drugs, alcohol abuse, and sexual immorality. This is the reason why the founder of IAYSP, Father and Mother Moon, has invested so much for education, which is very powerful to change and transform the hearts of people, especially the young people of today. That's why young people have to learn how to overcome a lot of challenge in this time. Please allow me to share with you how overcome any problem by overcoming the owner by becoming the owner of true love. What is the main attribute of true love? It is your ability to sacrifice for the sake of others. That is why your young people start with living for the sake for your parents. Then you expand that by living for the sake of your family, expanding that further. It is living for the sake of society and nation and the world. Now it is a global era. The world is becoming smaller and smaller. If there is problem about climate change, then this is very everyone concerned, right? We just think about our own nation, then we can have bigger problem in the future. We saw that during the global pandemic because COVID-19, all the nations of the world need to help each other in order to survive together. Definitely, any problem of the whole world will affect us, will affect our own nation. That is why I am challenging our young people to have broader concept to love the world of peace, loving global citizen. Therefore, one who truly love their nation and love all mankind will have a much bigger, brighter future. Therefore, I challenge to young people, you need to take ownership not only for your nation, but for the sake of the world. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Suting. Simple plan for addressing our agenda today. So may I request again to big hand to him. Thank you very much. So now let's move to our first speaker, Miss Punacha Saisin. She was the Miss Tourist World 2020 and Sukhothai tourism ambassador. Furthermore, she was Best Young Women of Thailand 2019 for the National Council of Women of Thailand under the royal patronage of Her Majesty the Queen. So please to welcome Miss Charapon Saisi to deliver her speech. Let us welcome.
สวัสดีค่ะ Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Panacha Saisin. You can call me Famai. I'm 20 years old and also a third-year student in Bachelor of Business Administration program in International Tourism and Hospitality Management of Naresuan University International College in Pisanulok, Thailand. And now I also work as a new anchor of MBT North Channel and has a duty as Miss Tourism role of Sukhothai 2020, which we try to help and support the local tourism. So first of all, let's talk about COVID-19 situation in Thailand first. There were two rounds or two waves that have impact to all of us. We cannot go out to anywhere. We have to work from home. We have to study online, no events, and just stay at home. And as a student, of course, we had to turn our study into online platform. But most of my friends, they don't like for online platform, but for me, I think I enjoy with online platform because I had no friends to talk during the class and I can concentrate my studying better than before. But the negative things is that we didn't have the interaction between the student and lecturer, and also I miss them a lot. So that's not really good, but I didn't have any trouble with online studying. So that is one of the positive things that I can find from COVID-19 situation. It's not very positive, but because we know that it can affect to many things like economic, social, physical, or mental health of us. But if we had no choice at that time, so wouldn't it be better if we can find some positive side, or we can learn some lesson from COVID-19 situation? And my suggestion for this is being positive. The keyword is to positive. Not only you or me that face this problem, but it's everyone all around the world, from the bottom to the top, that face with this problem. In my opinion, it's also about the equality, that the virus didn't choose that they will go for this person, that person, but it can happen and can affect to anyone around the world. For example, me, beside from student part, I also has work as a MC, Master of Ceremony of some important event. For example, the Amazing Night Sukhothai countdown for the New Year celebration, and the event had to cancel because of COVID-19 protocol. But of course, it's not good for me because I lost my income. But I also can find some good thing from COVID-19 situation. We call like golden time for me, for everyone, I think, because we have more time with ourselves. We cannot go to anywhere outside our house. So we try to find some activities to do during the COVID-19 or quarantine. For example, some people may found that they can able to like cook, paint, sing, or dance or whatever. And for me, I think that that is some way that can create the value of can make us to find our ability in some way. And I think it's quite good. Maybe for me, I kind of like the person who's like to not to like to stay at home, but usually I work a lot, study a lot, so I just want to relax at home, and it's not affect me that much. So when we stay at home, and as I told you before, as I mentioned before, that we may have more time for ourselves. Like for me, I work hard, study hard, and like do a lot of activities. So usually I didn't have time for myself. But during that time, I can like sit down, have a cup of coffee, and relax and have some reflection about myself. And I can like realize and think about what is my goal, what I've done before, or what I should do now, want to do or have to do, or what is my next step to reach my goal, some kind like that. So I think it's not really bad because every situation happens for a reason for me, I think like that. And at the same time, I realized that taking care of myself is one of the things that can make me happy, especially by taking care of our health, like spend more time on exercising, eat some good food, or like spend more time on taking care on our health. And so what I've said before is I've learned a lot to take care of myself and devote my time for myself too. So for me, this situation has taught me to listen, to respect, to care, and to help the others. At least you can help each other or help other by like having a good conversation with someone. That's the way can reduce the stressful both for the person we have conversation with and for us. And it taught me also about love, not only love with like person, but also love with the little things in our life and appreciate with everything that we have for now. And it's like remind me that life like takes us in the different directions. So that's why it's important to live at the moment. Like don't think about too much about like the past or the future too much, but we also should have some plan. Because if we don't have any plan, it would be like cannot prepare for anything in the future. And for me, the coronavirus or COVID-19 situation, I compare this one as a vaccine. I don't really mean for like the real vaccine, but vaccine in this case mean like for any problem. When you are going to get some vaccine, the doctor may say to you that it may a little bit hurt, but it's effective at protecting you from getting sick in the future, which means in the future you may face with some problem, but you have an experience or have learned some lesson from COVID-19 situation before. So I believe that you can like better on handle with any problem, and we can get through it. My keyword for my speaking is like attitude is everything. Like there is no rainbow if there is no rain. So attitude is everything. So please stay positive and we can get through every problem together. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Well, thank you very much. So thank you very much, Miss Ponacha Sensi, for a wonderful speech. So let us big hand to her again. Thank you so much. So now let us move to second speaker. So second speaker, Mr. Donovan. He is a youth ambassador for the current Noble Development Model United Nations, and also such as a regional director for Noble Youth. So please to welcome Mr. Donovan to deliver his speech. Let us welcome.
So everyone, are you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I would like to respect to Dr. Tan Kam Sroy, President IAYS P Asia Pacific 1, and Mr. Suten Sriponplang, IAYS President IAYSP Southeast Asia. And I'm great honor to be here that all of you inviting me as a speaker. And yes, I am really happy that today I can propose my idea during COVID-19 pandemic in the name of I am a Jew in the Cambodia. And right now, we know COVID-19 outbreak is already affecting in over the world. So the youth that they have some problem in the situation this time, because some student ask me right now I am online class as well for the same the youth in the world, and they have some problem that they can some student they cannot open mind for give the advice from someone. So this time, this conference for promoting the youth and to promoting the youth, give the youth to help to the situation during COVID-19 pandemic. And before I go to explain more, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Navi, or you can call me Navi, and currently I'm a 4-year student at the Royal University of Phnom Penh. My major is tourism management. And I was a youth ambassador for the Model United Nations 2020. And it is a great honor again to meet all of you to be here. And I would like to share my idea to the youth that they have some problem in the COVID-19 context. And like the speaker one mentioned about the online class, because some students they study online class, they have a problem and they don't have the resolution, they don't have solution to get the quality of online class. So some students they chat to me, they ask me how to study online class to be quality. And I am happy to share about the online class and some situation during COVID-19 and yes, soon. And right now, I would like move to the MC, continue the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Donovan, for the great speech. So let us meet hand again to Mr. Donovan. Thank you very much. So next speaker, before next speaker, we have a performance again. So please enjoy to watch our performance.
내려온다 몸은 덜숭덜숭 우리는 잔뜩 핫팔이 넘고 해머리 흔들며 전동 같은 앞다리 통화 같은 뒷발로 향기 찌어지고 세락 같은 발톱으로 잔디뿌리 왕모래를 촤르르르 던지며 조르륵 버리고 허리랑 하는 소리 하늘이 무너지고 땅이 톡 꺼진 한듯 차례 정신없이 목으로 움츠리고 가만히 엎젖었다 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄님 깊은 골로 한지생이 내려온다 그의 머리를 흔들며 양이 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭 꼬리는 잔뜩 한마려온다 동해 같은 앞다리 전동 같은 뒷다리 해나 같은 발을 도구로 없는 사람의 쓸겸 잔디뿌리 왕고래 총장 걸리고 사람의 운뚝성에 맹하는 소리 단천이 뒤덮고 사람이 나는 사랑아 깜짝을 목을 훔치고 가만히 엎드치게 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 이 내려온다 그의 머리를 흔들며 양이 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭 꼬리는 잔뜩 한발이 높고 동해 같은 앞다리 전동 같은 뒷다리 해나 같은 발톱으로 없는 사람들 쓸겸 잔디뿌리 왕고래 스치고 쇼딱 걸리고 자라배가 운뚝성 앵앵하는 소리 산천이 뒤덮고 쌍수 오진 않고 자나가 깜짝 놀래 목을 훔치고 가만히 엎쳐지게 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 송이 깊은 물로 한천이 내려온다 그의 머리를 흔들며 향이 쭉 찢어지고 몸은 얼숭덜숭 꼬리는 상승 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다 봄 내려온다 봄이 내려온다
Wow. So amazing performance. So thank you very much. So now next our speaker is Miss Suiza Tier. She graduated from BSc Kali University and BD Saripon University and MTH Saripon University. Now she is working at CCU Chin Christian University lecturer. So please to welcome Miss Suiza Tier to deliver her speech. Let us welcome to her.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I hope you can
Yes.
hear.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Before that, I am from Myanmar, and then not Myanmar only. I am from Chin State. I am Chin. You can call me Miss Sui. Today I am very thankful to invite me to give a speech here. I am here before you today to deliver a speech about youth. Life has given us a huge and a noble gift, that is the youth. I am gonna give you what is youth. We all know what is youth, but I just want to make sure to give you about youth. And then like we see in today Myanmar situation, how the youth are important for national building. That's what I have entitled my topic as youth in national building. First of all, I want to give youth. Youth is particularly young stage, very young and very fresh, and like we can see between childhood and adulthood. That age represents appearance, freshness, spiritual. What we want, we can do. That's what that age represents. A characteristic of one who is young. Okay. If we are young, then we can do what we want, we can get, and whatever we want, we can do. That's what youth represent. Youth mean. So I have entitled a second as a youth in a national building. Youth in national building here. The youth have much more important role in nation building than you might think. Youth are very important. The future of the country depends on them, and they represent it at every level. Every level. Youth is equally responsible for a country's future. They are the building blocks of a country. The youth are very energetic and enthusiastic. They have the ability to learn and adapt to the environment. Similarly, they are willing to learn and act on it as well as to achieve their goals. Social reform and improvement of our society is in the hand of the youth. We cannot make change or progress without the youth of a country. We are the witness of how the development of the country requires active participation from the young generation. For any country, in any field, whether it is the technical field or sport field, youth are needed. It does not matter which field we want to progress. That is the youth responsible to help them, the youth to help them play in their own role. Youth is the bad period of life to cherish a big dream, full of patience and energy. Although the period is full of joy, dream, adventure, yet they have to look forward to develop the country. The youth have full responsibility of the development of the society. The youth have to work hard. Therefore, I conclude that to conclude, I must say that this is the time to move forward, to build to a better future, a better family, a better society, to build our country. Youth, your work hard of today will not waste and will certainly pay off in the day to come. Nurture your youth with diligence, sincerity, and hard work, and the development of the future will be your hand. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Satir, for your special speech. That's why big round of applause to the heart. Please. Thank you very much, all of you. So now our fourth speaker is coming. So fourth speaker is Mrs. Maliwan Valadet. She is IEYSP Laos Avaza. And also Director Laos SME Center Bachelor of Science in Nursing Kwayaka. So please to welcome Mrs. Maliwan Valadet to deliver her speech. Let us welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my microphone is problems. That's why I can't hear you well. Okay, good afternoon again. I'm very pleased and very excited to be here. And I would like to introduce myself. My name is Malivan Valadet. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my school. I have my training center in Laos. I have and I am a mother of two children. And my first daughter is 12 years old. Maybe soon youth. Okay. Today I would like to share with you how important today to all of us about the COVID-19. As you know, we started the COVID-19 epidemic the end of 2019 and to the present now. We cannot deny the world is threatened by the COVID-19. And this impacts people lifestyle around the world. We have had impact since travel, restrictions travel and cross-border travel. Now I can't go to Thailand. I miss my country very much. Usually I'm Thai, but I am living here in Laos with my husband and my family in Laos. But I cannot go to Thailand or any country because restriction in the border. And we are living in the new normal. This is I think maybe some people think the big problems. As you know, the elderly and the people is the greatest risk in the term of the health from the COVID-19. However, in the epidemic situation, I think now it's the long-term difficulties for the young people, especially for the graduating students from the college and entering to the labor market, which will have faced reduced the job opportunities amidst economic downturn and uncertainty for now. CNN reported that people born from 1997 or Generation C, who are now in the age of graduate from college or just stepping into the working life, it is currently the hardest hit of the economy from the current economy. In addition, a group of Gen Z people who have already begun to work are also at greater risk of being laid off than other age because they don't have much experiences. Then there was cut down off from the companies because many companies will close. And because the journey must be stopped and international border checkpoint needs to be closed. After employment, business closer, resulting the more extreme for unemployment. However, in on situations when the global crisis, we are always seeing new opportunities or new challenges. How do we view the problems of crisis to be opportunities? That's very important. As a leader and I pioneer in the education center in Laos for the SME entrepreneurs, I have met for 15% of the new entrepreneurs are the young people. They are about 55 years old to 30 years old. This is the new entrepreneurs in Laos. There are 50% that I have worked for the SME entrepreneurs for four years in Laos. And I think even though we are confronting the problems with the COVID-19, however, I think this is the era of young people because now if you if you can see many billionaires all around the world, there are young people such as Mark Zuckerberg. He is just 34 years old, and now there are more than 40 billionaires are younger than 40 years old in around the world. And I think even though the outcomes of COVID outbreak will have greatest economic impact for the young generation, but now we are confident they have the ability to cope very well with this crisis, because this generation they can apply for the technologies, innovations, or even though they're creating ideas. I think for the young generation, especially for the Gen Z, Gen Z, they very challenge, very genius, very genius. Even though not my age, but my young daughter, she's very genius in creativity. I think because technologies and innovations and creative idea can help for the young people to improve the opportunities and challenges. Humans need to adjust their behavior and lifestyle in order to survive the harsh environment, such as PM2 and pollutions, plastic waste, and extreme climate change, and many other disasters. But even though humans will adapt and how much technologies has evolved, but humans still need social creations. So in the COVID-19 situation, even though we are banned from travel, migration, tourism, all time of us switch back to our family and people who they love more. We come back to family, come back to our friends, come back to revise about ourselves again. I think everyone has to change, even though now we have the vaccine, but we don't know when the crisis will finish. But however, we think this is everywhere. When we see the problems, we can see the opportunities. I think like that. Even though in my business in Laos, I have taught for the entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, more than 300 entrepreneurs in Laos for the young people. Everything they said, they have opportunities. They can see opportunity. They don't see the crisis. They don't see any problems. They see only opportunity and challenges themselves to be better people, to be have a chance and have good chance. In Laos, we don't have much epidemic COVID-19. We still stay alive like a normal, not new normal in Laos. This is the great opportunity. Even though the crisis with economic, we in Laos, because we closed border for 1 year, the money crisis and economic crisis, but everybody is still happy and be happy with the challenges with the new age. We hope in the new era, new age, everywhere we think like we can pass the situation through technologies, to innovation, and to creative ideas. I think this is the good chance for we, the young people, or everyone can go back home and think a lot about the family, about love humanity, and about how to be develop ourselves to be a good people, a better people, and to be successful people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Maliwan Valate, for very important address. So let us big round of applause again to her. Thank you very much. So now is our final speaker for today's webinars is Mr. Ngưng Lee Porn. He is a PhD candidates of molecular medicines at Houston University, and he worked at medical doctor at Panoptic University of Medicines. So please to welcome Mr. Ngân Li Pon to deliver his speech. Let us welcome.
Hello everyone. My name is Lê Phương Nguyen. I'm from Vietnam and currently have graduated from Olsen University as a PhD degree. So it's my honor today to have the opportunity to share my opinions and actually experiences and perspectives about the challenges and opportunities for the youth of Asia countries. And thank you very much for the organizers for having me this chance to share. So I would like to have a short presentations with my prepare PowerPoint slide. So wait a minute. Oh, hello everyone. Can you see the slides on the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So my take-home messages during my presentation is the building the trust between our Asian youth, win-win corporations strategies, try to develop e-educations and maintaining our peace in our area. So firstly, I would like to give you a brief introductions about the future of Asian countries. And I also think that the future of Asian countries depends a lot on the youth. And actually, there are a lot of good news for Asian countries. So this data from the Asian Matters, the report from America studies. So they have projected that the growth rate of the Asian country areas will be around 5.5% per year, and which will become the fourth largest economy in the world by 2050, behind China, India, and the United States. And over 380 million people are under the age of 35 years old in Asia, which will dominate around 60% of the populations and around 20% larger than the entire population of the United States. And Asian middle class is expected to more than double in size to 135 million, which dominated 24% of Asian's populations. And it will increase to 50% of populations by 2030. And the sustainable urbanization is a key part for this demographic growth, and it is estimated that nearly 70% of Asian population will live in the urban areas by 2050. So let me show you this graph. It shows, as we can see here, that the prediction in 2010 is around the global middle class will increase around three and a half fold from 91 million to 35 million people. And the next one is the China here, as we can see, and Indian country in India, with also, and as we can see, the USA, the global middle class will be reduced. So this is good news that we are living in a very very important. I mean, how can I say? Very developed, have very good news for the Asian countries, and the GDP growth in the Asian countries will As I said before, we 5.5% is lower than the China and India, but higher than even higher than South Korea, which is 2.7%, and the United States, which is just 1.8%. And here we can see this graph show the protected GDP and urbanization growth. And the three countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos was quite have a very closely related and very similar percentages of urbanization growth and GDP growth, followed by Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, and Myanmar. And so this is the predictions before uh, the COVID-19 pandemic. So COVID-19 pandemic may reduce or fasten the process. Well, why do I say so? Because we have the challenges and we also have the opportunity, according to the previous discussions by the other speakers, that we have a lot of challenges in our social life, in our working life. And but I would like to give another additional, like similar, but a little bit difference. Like we need to take care of the fragile populations. The youth have the responsibilities to deal with the problem like the unemployment and aging low income populations. And also the differences between the poor people and the rich people become bigger. So we have to find a way to close the gap. And also there are actually urgent needs for the information technology development, like we have to put our youth laborers focusing on more on the technology. And the risk to be fallen behind the fourth industrial revolution is really challenging, because as we all know that the other countries like USA, China, they already have a very big giant technology like artificial intelligence companies. And we have to have the establish the policies to encourage the youth to focus on more on technology development. And also even though we are closely we are close together, but we becomes of COVID, the countries and like the different youth organization, we cannot operate in-person conference. And we feel like we are being become isolated because of the lockdown between countries. So with that challenges, in my opinion, we have some opportunities, like we will become more independent. Like we have to have ourselves rather than rely on the other countries or external partners. And we have we people and the governments or our youth will have more chances to approach the technology, internet, and like what we are doing here with the Zoom meeting, and which will fasten our process in like uh, technology transformations. And also it's easy to accept the e-learning processes, telehealth or e-government. Those processes will be fastened thanks to the COVID-19, that everybody will be easy to accept the situation, that we have to accept the new normal. We have to learn how to use the computers, connect to the internet, and actually that kind of things will help us to uh, prepare for the futures when the for industrial generation has come. So as we can see here that there are a lot of challenges and the opportunities also, but in order to overcome these difficulties due to the influence of the COVID-19, we have to, I think, we need to build the trust between the youth organizations and we have to develop the win-win cooperation. And the way we are doing that, we try to revolutionizing the education system and sustainable economic growth using the more eco-friendly technologies. And the very important thing is that we have to maintaining the peace in the Asian area. And with that, I would close my presentation with the three cycle, including trustee, the win-win corporations, e-education, and e-economy, as well as e-government together, because based on all the things, the foundation is the peace in the Asian country, and we all respect the peace in order to have sustainable growth. And I hope that everyone can overcome, can adapt well and find the opportunities and overcome kind of challenges and cooperate, have a good cooperation between the youth organizations in Asian countries. And with that, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for your significant speech. So let us big round of applause again to Mr. Ngong Lee Pon. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So all our great speaker deliver the best wisdom and truth for this very important day for youth around the world. As youth, we have to turn and parsings into purpose, turn purpose into principle. So which the IEYSP founder, Dr. Haja Hammond, affectionately called us Mother of Peace, started in her regards public memory, Mother of Peace. So distinguished leaders, guests, youth leaders, youth and ladies and gentlemen, as we had received such a great speech from our speaker, our commitments as youth is to engage at the local, nations and global level to lead for the sake of others, namely to become a filial son and daughter for family, patriots for nations, and saint for the world. Let us establish peaceful, unified world. Thank you very much. So now let us welcome our Dr. Tang Kinsley, President of International Associations of Youth and Students for Peace of Southeast Asia, for giving a closing remark. Dr. Tang Kinsley receiving his doctorate degree from Sanhok Universal Peace graduated University in South Korea. Furthermore, he is the Vice President of Family Federation for World Peace and Unification of Asia Pacific Region 1, as well as he worked as the Family and Youth Advisor. So we pleased to welcome Dr. Tang Kinsley to the remarks. Let us welcome.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you very much, Miss Nene. Beautiful and powerful and really amazing MC from Myanmar. Thank you, despite the chaotic, but you still show the smile, show the powerful and positive energy. I'm very appreciate to you, and also thank you for your very fantastic introduction about me. Thank you to all. And first of all, I would like to thank to President Sutin for organizing this one, and also thank to Vice President Sanchanda for supporting and the team. And of course, I would like to thank to all speakers from Thailand, Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, and Vietnam for a short notice, but you still give very beautiful and powerful sharings, idea, presentation, and experience, and your expertise in different areas. That's really powerful, and I think the question that I would like to ask, why we joining here? I think you already give all answer why we are coming together, because we want to bring the hope, we want to bring a peaceful, we want to bring a positive impact to our young people, to our society. That's why we come here, we spend our time to come together. And of course, we want to have a good cooperation, because we already over a year that we cannot meet each other, we cannot share our view, we cannot share our, meal that we used to share together. We cannot, even visit one another. That's why now it's a time for us to re-engage, to connect. So the young people, we have a full of responsibility, as our brother Pong from Vietnam, he shared a lot about data, about the next 20 years, the next 30 years, how the young people are going to impact the world, how Asian young people are going to impact the region. So that's why today it's all about that, it's all about hopes. The hope is about today and tomorrow and the next day and the future. That is that begin from every one of us. It's not only particularly for Cambodia or for Myanmar or for Thailand or for Laos or for Vietnam, but for every one of us. That's why our founder, Dr. Hakcha Han Moon, that we call her as the mother of peace, she really concerned about how the young people can come together and build a global family of youth beyond nationality, beyond culture, beyond race, and beyond belief, and come together to do the mission, impossible mission. That mission is to build a healthy and happy family. And to do so, we have to start from now. That now is the hope is to keep our purity. The purity is very important. That's why we have to keep the purity. And from that, we start true love. Because of true love, because of that, so that's why we can build together and we give hope to one another, and we have to excite. That's why our Mother Moon said that in her recently published the book titled Mother of Peace. She said that with love, young people must keep one mind and one body, unity and healthy and strong and pure. And she said that young people must turn their passion into purpose and turn purpose into the principle. So from today, we can see clearly what is the purpose of the young people. Our purpose is to live in a healthy society, to live in a healthy, happy family, and to have a peaceful nation, and also to have a positive growth of economy and good sustainable education. That's why we come together and inspire one another and share our passion together, and we can go forward to reach that vision. That vision is we have to always keep purity, always keep truthfulness, and always keep obedient to our parents. Our parents always watching us, whether we are far away from home, we are live together, they're always watching us. So we have to obedient to and listen to them and discuss with them and work together with them. So different area, different opinion, different value, but all come together with the same purpose. We are looking to build a healthy and happy youth, healthy and happy family, and healthy and happy society. So thank you everyone. Once again, you have done an amazing things despite this very difficult time, but you come together to share these hopes, the youth weaponess or hopes, it really hopes so that we can go further together for the future. Once again, everyone, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your very, very significant address. So let us big round of applause again to our Dr. Tang Kinsley.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So now we come to the end of today's webinars. We wish you a great evening. But before that, I would like to request all our participants to be open your camera and then smiling, your beautiful smile. We want to take your picture like a group picture together. So I will, if you're ready, I will be counting and then big smile and beautiful smile together. If ready, so I will be counting. Ready? 1, 2, 3, smile. And 사랑해요. Thank you very much once again. I would like to thank all the great speakers this evening. I would like to conclude this Zoom webinar before our presentations. And thank you very much. So have a great evening.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much,
Nice
everyone.
day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good time.
Thank you all leaders, speaker, prime
Thank you.
minister.
Thank you.